Hey guys, Joe here, and you may or may not know, but McDonald's has recently added two new additions to its product line, those being the Mac Jr. and the Grand Mac, which, if you don't know, it's just essentially a smaller and larger version of the already very well-known Big Mac, which I don't know how you could have missed it considering the marketing campaign has been pretty vast. I mean, there was a Snapchat filter, a Snapchat Geo filter, and inside the stores there are these little photo booth things where they encourage you to take a picture and then post it on social media with a hashtag. I actually work at McDonald's, so I'm surrounded by these products all the time, and because of that I've developed certain opinions on them, so that's what I'm going to be mostly focusing on today, as well as sort of unboxing it and showing you what the whole thing looks like. So I've got the sandwich right here in this bag. I'm going to move the camera so you can get a better shot of it. And then, yeah, we'll see what it looks like in box, out of box, and analyze the whole thing. So the sandwich is inside this bag. Let me go ahead and grab it out for you real quick. This is what the box itself looks like. Let me go ahead and open it up, since an unboxing requires unboxing. This is the sandwich. This is what it looks like from the side, the top, the other side. As you can see, it's a pretty big sandwich. I'm not actually going to be reviewing the sandwich today because I'm not actually a big fan of Big Macs to begin with, so I think that if I were to review the sandwich, it would be kind of biased and unfair. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this away real quick. What are you doing in my house, Kyle? Alright, that was weird. I didn't really know Kyle knew where I live now anyways, but I wasn't going to talk about the sandwich anyways, so let's just go on with the discussion about the box. So the box itself has a very simplistic design, as you can see by just the letters and no real pictures. You can see there's a little marking at the top that says you're going to need two hands. I think that's very obvious by how big the sandwich actually was. It's got the little McDonald's logo right here, which I think is nice. Obviously, as a big company, they could have made their branding excessive, and I think they did a very good job keeping it very, very small right here. I think the best word to use would be minimalism, which I think reigns true in all of the McDonald's boxes. Recently, they changed to a more minimalistic design. I have a Big Mac box here, so you can see it's just lettering and no pictures. The logo is in the exact same spot. It has a different color at the bottom here. Having these side by side, you can really see the size difference between the actual Big Mac and the Grand Mac itself. Aside from just general size difference, the biggest difference between these two boxes is obviously the color at the bottom of each box. See, the Big Mac box here has a red color and a yellow arch complementing it. Obviously, those are McDonald's, corporate logo colors, so they're going to stick with that for their flagship sandwich that's been around since forever. With this one, they went ahead and used more of a royal purple, I would say. I'm not really sure what the color is because I'm colorblind, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. The color just kind of screams, wow, I have money, I can afford this sandwich. It kind of just accentuates a sense of power in the size and the value of the sandwich that I think is really, really neat. Now, I do have some actual flaws and problems with this box. Obviously, it's a bigger box because it has to be bigger for the size of the sandwich, but because it has a bigger box, they have more space to work with, and I don't know that they properly utilized it, in my personal opinion. My biggest fault with this box alone is the fact that there's a lot of empty space right here between the word Grand and Mac. As you can see with the Big Mac box, the G just sort of goes down into the dip. So I think that's a really good thing of utilizing all the blank space that they can. Obviously, there's a little bit up here, but I don't really fault it because it covers most of the top of the box. I feel like the easiest way to fix this would have just been making the G and the R a little bit bigger, covering the entire top of the M of Mac, and taking the A and D, stretching it out a little bit more on the side, and elongating letters down here, much like the G did right here, covering all the empty space. Other than that, I feel like that could have just simply fixed the problem, and I wouldn't be complaining about it. And then just maybe making the whole you're going to need two hands thing just take up the rest of the space that would have been left open by that. The only other complaint I have is just a general complaint with McDonald's in general. As you can see, it's a problem with this, so it's not really a problem with this box, but I'm going to bring it to light. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, they used to have the nutritional information of all the sandwiches in the bottom of the box. Obviously, if you go into McDonald's and you're trying to eat lunch, you know that it's not the most healthy option that you can go with. But seeing the nutritional info down here really helped out, because then if I ate food and then felt bad about it, I could look at the nutritional facts and then be like, wow, I really do feel bad about this. I should have made a better decision. There's literally a Subway right next door in the Walmart that I could have just walked to if I had the time and patience. So my final concluding facts of the Grand Mac is I think the box is a solid B+ at most. I like how, for the most part, everything is pretty simplistic. Like I said, I like the lettering. I like how it's not super over the top. I think it really is kind of interesting looking. Like I said, they could have easily fixed this whole open space thing right here. But honestly, that's probably a thing that only I care about and nobody else in the world does. So, you know, this was kind of pointless. But hey, I'm just bringing this to your attention, McDonald's. You can either run with this information or not. Something I also forgot to note is they have their little Get Our App thing right here. Great brand recognition for the pushing of their mobile app. I think that's kind of neat. Alright, so like I said, those are my final thoughts on the Grand Mac box. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think. Did you like the Grand Mac box? Did you not like it? Do you think they could have improved? What did you think of my critiques for it? Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, while you're there, don't forget to go ahead and leave me a comment about what I should do in my next video if you want me to do another one of these unboxing videos. And don't forget to smash that like button. Kyle, how did you get back in my house?